Hi, I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Rachel. We're two Canadians living on our 39-foot mainship trawler, living an adventure of a lifetime. We invite you to follow along as we travel 6,000 miles through Canadian and U.S. waterways around America's Great Loop. Just left Kingfisher Bay Marina in Demopolis, and we're going right past the town here. Nice park behind, and you can see the sunrise. We're headed to the first lock, which is the Demopolis lock. It's about 20 minutes away for us, and so we're headed there with, I think, at least 7 boats, probably a few more. We'll see when we get there how many boats are going through. Hope you're having a great day. Those early morning sunrises never get old. We've gone down about 35 feet in this lock, and we're having fun watching at the back of the lock. You can see that egret there, and he did catch a little fish that's all wiggling around in his beak, and he ate it. So this egret obviously has done this before. Just around the corner here, we will have reached approximately 60 nautical miles from Demopolis along the Tombigbee River. And this takes us to a spot called Bashy Creek, which is a fairly common anchorage along this river for loopers to stop. And we had originally planned to stop here, but the lock was very quick this morning and we're making good time, so we've decided to go to another anchorage, which is about 22 nautical miles further. With the days being shorter, we want to make sure we arrive well before sunset so we can get a good anchorage and see where we are. It'll be really hard to see where we're going in pitch black. So we think we'll get in around 4:20, I think it was. Sunset's around 4:45. So it gives us about a half an hour till sunset, and then of course there's a little bit of light after sunset, so it gives us a little bit of leeway to get anchored. So interestingly, when we got to Demopolis, we ended our journey on the Tom, or the Tennessee Tombigbee River, And now we have joined onto the Tombigbee River and have only 2 locks here. So we've done 1 lock this morning, and then tomorrow we'll have the Coffeeville lock, and that'll be the end of the locks. And once we get past Coffeeville, we'll be in a tidal zone. So we will actually have to deal with some tides on the bottom part of the river. And we'll be heading into brackish water, which is a mix of fresh and salt water. So that'll be, I think, the first time that Stay Cool has been out of fresh water and into salt water. At least that's what we are aware of. So that'll be interesting for Stay Cool to be in salt water. And we're still keeping our eyes out for alligators. Haven't seen any yet. It's pretty cold though. You can see we have our puppy coats on. So the other thing I'm excited to see once we hit salt water in Mobile Bay will be dolphins. And I'm really excited to see that on with Stay Cool. Good morning. We are just heading out of our anchorage, and it was a very cold night last night. It got down to 2 degrees Celsius, which is, I guess, about 36 or something like that Fahrenheit. And it will be even colder tonight or tomorrow morning. But it makes for a very pretty scene with the mist and the fog in the morning. And we're hoping the sun comes out and warms us up today, although I think it's only going up to about 11 degrees. So toque on, warm clothes on, puffy coats on. We're ready to go. We're secured in the Coffeeville lock, and this is the very last lock on this waterway system, and the last lock we'll have for quite a long time.
Good afternoon. This is a report from the bridge. Today we have left Okatupa, which was an anchorage that was very, very quiet. A lot of trees sort of encroaching on the anchorage. The anchorage was about as wide as one of our boats is long. So it wasn't very big, somewhat intimidating when you go in. But it really did fit the bill. It was close, so we didn't have to go really far. The next one we're going to today is on the Tensaw River. It's just a little river that comes off the main one here. And it also is one that can take several boats. Numerous boaters have already been there, so the reviews have been good. And so we're expecting to have a good night there. Who knows, we may even stay 2 nights, we'll see. So today it's been a gorgeous day. There's been lots of sun, there's been lots of tows, and the river's quite narrow, and it's also very shallow. So it's made it probably, I would say, one of the most trickiest ones so far, just because of the traffic. We've been making great speed. I think that's largely because of the current, but also I'm going to say it's because we have new bottom paint, so it's making us go super fast. We're going around 8.6 knots right now. I've seen 8.8. And we're only doing around 1800 or 1800, a little bit over 1800 RPM. So that's terrific for us. It means we get there sooner and gives us a bit more cushion between when the sun goes down. So today the total trip is something around 7 hours, maybe a bit more. And we only have about 2.5 hours left to go. So we're near the end of that journey. So all in all, a good day, uneventful, a little chilly, but again, that's to be expected. And hopefully over the coming weeks it'll warm up so we won't need all these multiple layers. But that is the report from the bridge.
Been a pretty good day today so far. This is the second day down the Tombigbee River. We left Demopolis yesterday morning and went about 10 hours of travel time. Today we're going again about 10 hours and it's just under 80 nautical miles. So we'll arrive around 4 p.m. or so, and then the sun will set shortly after that. Yesterday's anchorage at Okatupa was very quiet, very dark at night. But very well protected from the channel and the commercial traffic going by at night. And today we are also going to be off the channel in an anchorage called Tensaw. It's a little river called Tensaw River. We've seen other boats stop there and apparently has fairly good reviews, so we're looking forward to that. And we might even stay a couple of nights because we are ahead of schedule now. But the farther along we go down the Tombigbee River towards Mobile, we will have more options for anchoring, so we don't need to go quite so far each day. So we have gone a good 10 hours each day and made very good tracks. I guess a total of about 160 nautical miles over the 2 days. So we're looking forward to slowing down a little bit and approaching Mobile in a more relaxed way. Once we get to the end of the Tombigbee, we will go onto the Mobile River for just a short way until we get to the Mobile Bay, which takes us directly to Mobile. So today we went through the last lock. It was Coffeeville lock. That's the last lock on the rivers and the last lock we will have for a couple of months. So that's kind of nice to be done with that. Not that it's difficult to do, it's just it takes a bit of time to get through. One less challenge to face as we go forwards, but we will have new challenges with tides and different type of commercial traffic as we head into Mobile Bay. Anyway, we've been keeping our eye out for alligators. There've been a lot of sandy banks along the side because the river is low. We've seen logs and things, but haven't seen any alligators yet. Still looking for it, but it's pretty cold. Apparently alligators don't like it this cold, so we thought we might see them maybe sunbathing on what looks like a beach at the side, but we haven't yet. So interesting to see when we do. there. A couple of days ago we moved to a new anchorage. This one is Big Briar Creek, and from our previous anchorage at Tensaw River, it was about 3.5 hours or so, about 26 nautical miles. We've been here for a couple of nights. We had some pretty cloudy, gloomy, cold weather, so we've been using our diesel heater, which is very efficient and something we can leave on all the time pretty much, and makes it very comfortable inside, and more like, you know, our warm Canadian houses that we're used to. But we've been here for 2 nights. We're getting ready to head into Mobile Bay today. And as you can see, the sky is blue. It has changed. The sun is out. It feels so much more comfortable knowing that the sun is out and we can see clearly, and that the solar is actually going to produce some energy. So there is a bit of current in this river here, and there have been a couple of other boats that have arrived since we arrived. Quite a few Canadian boats, actually. So we're all heading out today to head towards Mobile Bay. Not necessarily together, but we'll all end up sort of roughly in the same place. So really looking forward to this next journey, and looking forward to seeing Mobile Bay and all the commercial traffic there, and maybe even some dolphins, who knows. But looking forward to this next leg. Hope you're having a great day. We're about to go to salt water for the first time.
Yeah, and we can actually see downtown Mobile, so we can see the skyscrapers as we are still in the rivers. So it was a great night last night, very quiet, nice and warm inside, and now the sun is out and we're getting into salt water for the first time.
Glorious day, very exciting. With a population of 187,000 within the city, the port of Mobile plays a key role in the economic health of the city, with the settlement as an important trading center between the French colonists and Native Americans. Back in 1711, the city of Mobile was known as Fort Louis de la Mobile, founded by the French. Mobile has been a city under 6 flags. The French flag was followed by the English, Spanish, American, Republic of Alabama, Confederate, and again American. Mobile has a prominent cultural presence with art museums, music, ballet, and historic architecture. It is known for having the oldest organized Mardi Gras celebration in the USA. Some of the dishes Mobile is famous for include oysters, shrimp and grits, crab claws, and gumbo. Lots of seafood and lots of deep fried food.